Hello, everyone. How are you? I finally got a chance to watch NXT this afternoon. It was supposed to be on April the 3rd, but there was a hockey game on. I finally had a chance to watch it. Great episode. Let's talk about what happened. Ivy Nails of Diamond Mind, they're a group that was formed by Roderick Strong, Demo Cap, and the Creed brothers. Demo Cap is out of the group. Roderick Strong's gone, so it's just the Creed brothers and Ivy Nails left. So they recruited an other one called Pexy. And her and Ivy Nails were like a tag team. Then 3 weeks ago, during a freeway #1 contenders match to face the Daisy Dukes, stand delivering for the women's tag team titles, Pexy left the ring apron, walked away, and left Ivy Nails high and dry. So this was like a grudge match. Very good match. I enjoyed it. Ivy Nails delivered some hell of awesome yes kicks. Pexy then knocked her down, delivered a huge running split-legged elbow drop. That was pretty cool. Hit some kick strikes of her own. Then Ivy Nails just got relentless. She got out of a headlock. She backed Pexy in the corner, just unloaded with knees to the gut, body shots, you name it. They spilled the action to the outside. She just destroyed Pexy. Got back of the ring, applied the Dragon Sleeper submission for the win. So after the match, Ivy now celebrated on the entrance ramp, but the Creed brothers came out, hoisted her up on their shoulders, and they celebrated. Andy Hartwell came out to talk about breaking a losing streak of winning the NXT Women's Championship, a stand deliver in the 6-woman ladder match. And Zoe Starks interrupted her. Zoe Starks congratulated her on her becoming champion, breaking the losing streak. But she said, memory serves me correctly, this is true, she has a lot of victories over Andy Hartwell throughout the year. So she said, if anyone should get first crack at your title, it should be me. Andy Hartwell didn't back down for the challenge. She said, let's get a ref out here. But that match was later. That segment started off the show. Then it went later on. The match happened. Great match those two women put on. Andy Hartwell delivered that drive-by big boot while Zoe was hung up on the ropes. Had a running knee right to the face. Then delivered a top rope elbow drop right across the back. Zoe Starks started fighting back. Just started hitting kick strikes after kick strikes. Overhead Tiger suplexed Andy Hartwell. Then jumped off the ropes. Andy Hartwell caught her and just spine busted her ass. That was huge. Zoe Starks had the match won. Honestly, she hit the go to sleep, but so much momentum with that go to sleep. Andy Hartwell ended up on the outside of the ring, so as Zoe Starks went outside the ring, rolled her back in the ring to finally get the pin cover. Andy Hartwell reversed it into a roll up for the 1-2-3 to keep her NXT Women's Championship. After the match, Tiffany Stratton came out on stage. She's like the female version of The Miz. And started talking trash. And all of a sudden, Corey Jade returned. I was excited for that return. She attacked Indy Hartwell from behind, underhook, DDT'd her, held up the NXT Women's Championship. Then she left and walked past Tiffany Stratton and told her, I'm going to be the one to take that title for Indy Hartwell, not you. That was cool. We had Wes Lee defend his North American Championship in an open challenge. This is your main event match. And finally, Axiom finally got his one-on-one title shot. Very good match. Back and forth action. Wes Lee retained the North American Championship. Only thing I didn't like is his finisher sucks. It's like a cartwheel, backflip into a kick. The opponent has so much opportunity when he's doing all those flips and cartwheel before he hits that kick finisher. They can move out of the way. They can hit out of the move. Like, they just stand there. I don't like that. Wes Lee hit that move to retain the North American Championship. Axiom came close a couple times, folks, but he couldn't get a free count. After the match, Widgie decided to sneak attack Axiom, but he didn't work. He bounced off the ropes, and Axiom just flattened his ass with a super kick. That was hilarious. I like Widgie just because he gets his ass kicked almost every week. I like that. It's funny. We had Pretty Diddley took on the Mafia guys, Tony D'Angelo and Top Stacks. Great tag match. These two teams put on to open up NXT after the Indy Hartwell Zoe Stark segment there. Back and forth action. The Dons, they deliver double team back overhead back body drops on Pretty Diddley. Tony, man, those punches he hits, man, they just rock those. Anybody hits those punches with, there, I got spaghetti legs. They grab hold of Top Stack, just tossed him into the corner on one of the members of Pretty Diddley. Pretty Diddley finally isolated Top Stacks away from Tony. They worked on him, stomped on his leg, kept pulling on his arm, like trying to rip it out of the socket. Finally, Top Stacks got away, tagged in Tony, got in belly to belly suplex on one of them. German suplex the other guy. Just started cleaning house. Spine buster, you name it. Then, as the referee got distracted by Tony, because he was ignoring the referee's 5 count in the corner there. Oh, I'm sorry, by the ropes. Something like that. As everybody ignored the referee's 5 count in the corner or by the ropes, I can't remember which one. As he was dealing with the referee, Pretty Diddley made a switch. They pulled up the ring apron mat, so the blonde guy who was the legal man rode his partner underneath the mat. So as Tony grabbed a hold of him, pulled him underneath the mat, realized, hey, you're not the legal man. What the hell's going on? The blonde guy snuck in from behind, and as the referee was dealing with the illegal member of Pretty Diddley, the blonde-headed guy slammed Tony face first into an exposed turnbuckle, rolled him up for the 1-2-3 to steal the win. Pretty Diddley took right off on that entrance ramp. They didn't want no part of the Mafia guys because they were pissed. And then on the replay, it showed that before the switch happened, one of the members of Pretty Diddley uncovered the turnbuckle. The referee didn't see it. That was pretty clever, sneaky there. We had Dijak took on Odyssey Jones, aka Mike Henry 2.0. This match was really short, but man, wasn't it physical. That bell rang, they started throwing punches, haymakers at each other. Odyssey Jones Irish whipped Dijak to the corner and started delivering body shots back and right back into the corner. Dijak came out of that corner with a discus, big boot, just leveled Odyssey Jones, who just got back up, like no-sold that move. Delivered the caught Dijak coming off the top rope with the world's strongest slam for 2.5 count. Dijak kicked out. Odyssey Jones went up on the top rope again. Dijak super kicked him to stun him on the top rope. Delivered a Death Valley driver. Then went for the pin, and Odyssey Jones kicked out, and Dijak couldn't believe the big guy kicked out of the Death Valley driver. So he quickly had a top rope moonsault for the 1-2-3. This match came about. This was set up because last week in the NXT Battle Royal, Odyssey Jones had eliminated Dijak, and then Dijak had helped eliminate Odyssey Jones. That's why they had this grudge match. Like I said, it was a short match. Man, wasn't it physical. Hard hitting action, folks. Definitely check that one out. The last match to talk about was, oh yes, Dragon Lee made his NXT singles debut. He wrestled his first ever NXT pay-per-view on Stand Deliver and the 5-way match for the North American Championship. This is his first singles match on NXT since he was signed. He's apparently a big name over in AAA and New Japan Pro Wrestling. He took on the High Fly and Nathan Frazier. Great match these two guys put on. Even he matched up. Wow, what a high flying spectacular that was, folks. They both hit stereo clotheslines. They both connected over clothesline in the middle of the ring. They both hit running drop kicks to the corner. They were chain wrestling. Like, at one point, Nathan Frazier got so much speed coming off the rope, snapped off of Hurricanrana, and Dragon Lee landed on his feet. That was amazing. The Dragon Lee did a move. Nathan Frazier backflipped over him and landed on his feet. Like, evening match these two guys put on. Dragon Lee almost won the match with a knee across the back, but Nathan Frazier kicked out, hit a top rope, pay dirt. That was awesome. Dragon Lee ended up winning the match. And before the match actually started, I just want to note this: Noam Dar has returned to NXT. He was on NXT for a few years. Then on NXT UK, he left. Went there. He won the Heritage Cup trophy. Like, those rules of that match is so confusing to understand what happens there. But NXT UK folded under. They went out of business. So Noam Dar is back on NXT, but he brought the Heritage Cup with him. So he watched that match on commentary there. So I'm kind of curious if they're going to bring the Heritage Cup matchup rules to NXT. I Honestly, can't remember what the rules are. It's been a while since they've actually had one of those matches. But I just remember them having a match is like that on NXT UK, and the match rules are. It's hard to follow what the rules and stipulations are. I think they're like so many minute matches, and if you get a pinfall, then they get a couple minutes in the corner rest period. Then they wrestle again, and the first superstar to get so many pinfalls or something wins or something like that. And there's no countouts or there's a 20 count or something like that. It's confusing. Yeah, the rules are. There you have it for the matches, folks. Definitely check out Pretty Diddley versus the Dons, Tony and Top Stacks. You gotta watch Dragon Lee versus Nathan Frazier for a high flying spectacular showdown. And definitely check out Indy Hartwell versus Story Starks. Honestly, check out all the matches that happened this week at NXT. But those three were the best ones. Now, next week on NXT, Von Wagner, he was the guy that's been trained by the Great Khali, and his manager, Mr. Stones, is going to be at ring there next week, and he's going to face Dragunov. If Von Wagner loses, his manager, Mr. Stone, says, I'm done with you. Honestly, Von Wagner sucks. Everybody beats him, so I'm surprised Stone has lasted this long with the guy. Also, next week on NXT, the Daisy Dukes get the rematch against Isla Dawn and Kaylee Ray for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm not looking forward to that match at all. I hope to God the Daisy Dukes don't win those titles. I hope Kaylee Ray or Isla Dawn just destroy them like they did at Stand and Deliver and retain those titles. There's still tension with the Daisy Dukes, Brooks and Briggs. Looks like Briggs is on the one side of one of the Daisy Dukes, and Brooks on with the other one's side, and all this turmoil and fame. Duke Hodgson of Chase University next week's gonna get celebrated with a celebration ceremony for his win against Schism and the 8-man tag, a stand delivered to keep Chase University School intact or whatever. That school stuff don't work for me. And I don't know what they're going to do next with these guys. If Schism's down 2 members because the tag team of Schism asked for the release and they were granted the release. So I don't know what's going to go on there. Is Joe Gacy and The Rock's daughter going to have a new tag team? New people show up with them, or some people from Chase University that are just shown in the classroom planted there. Are they going to become members of Schism? I don't have a sweet clue. Braun Breaker turned heel, folks. Also, that happened. He came out during the celebration of Carmelo Hayes and Trick, and he closed on Carmelo Hayes down, speared him, beat up Trick, and he said, I want my baby back. His title. He wants it back. Also, Gallus back at full force. Super excited for that. They deliver a warning to the NXT locker room that now that we're back at full strength, watch out, we're going to take over. And Joe Coffey said after a few victories, he's going to go after a singles title, which is either the North America title or the NXT World title. So I cannot wait to see Gallus just run roughshod over NXT. The locker room. They're going to destroy people left, right, and center. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.